Welcome students of Europe Hotel School London, or EHOS. Today, we're set to explore the fascinating realm of menu engineering, where science and art come together to transform basic dish selection into a strategic profit generator.
It is so glad to have you here studying online with our school. Now, let's get into how evaluating menu item performance plays such a key role in business strategy.
Absolutely. So, we're looking at analyzing menu item performance, essentially measuring popularity against profitability. It's kind of like how your car dashboard tells you if you're running low on fuel while showing your speed. Without that data, you're basically guessing at the outcome.
That makes sense. Knowing which dishes customers love but may not bring enough profit really sounds like crucial information.
Right. And what's really interesting is that every menu item carries a different financial impact. Some, for instance, get ordered a lot but barely generate any profit, while others may be unpopular but earn really well. This knowledge is gold for strategically directing kitchen resources.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. So, what are the key factors we're focusing on here?
Well, we focus on two main dimensions: popularity and profitability. Popularity is how often a dish is ordered, and profitability is the net profit after subtracting the food cost from the selling price. Both factors are
Right.
interdependent when deciding on menu adjustments.
I see. And this kind of evaluation forms the basis of what they call the menu engineering matrix, correct?
Exactly. The matrix combines these two criteria and sorts dishes into four distinct categories. It's like um, categorizing outcomes into stars, plow horses, puzzles, and dogs.
Stars, plow horses, puzzles, and dogs. Quite an animal lineup. How does that work?
Stars are those dishes that shine, high popularity and high profitability. They should, get prime placement on the menu. They're the
Yeah,
heroes that drive revenue and customer appeal.
got it. And plow horses?
Plow horses are popular dishes that, despite their appeal, generate lower profit margins. They often call for a price adjustment or tweaking portion sizes to improve profit without sacrificing their attractive popularity.
Makes sense. It's like having a best selling item that you might want to refine a bit for better returns, right?
Exactly. Then we have puzzles, dishes with high profit margins yet low popularity. These items could benefit from more creative placement or enticing descriptive marketing to boost their appeal.
I wonder though, isn't it sometimes risky to push for a dish that's naturally low in popularity, even if it's profitable?
That's a fair point. You could say it's a delicate balance, reshaping the menu strategy to make these puzzles more appealing, perhaps through staff recommendations or visual cues. The idea is not to force it, but to bring it into the spotlight.
I see what you mean. And then there are the dogs?
Right, dogs are the dishes that are neither popular nor profitable. They end up consuming resources and space without adding much value. So typically, the strategy is to consider removing or rethinking them entirely.
That's quite straightforward. So, in practical terms, how does a restaurant gather all the needed data for such detailed analysis?
Good question. You need to track several key data points: the number of orders for each dish over a set period, the selling price, and the food cost. Calculating the contribution margin, which is the profit after subtracting ingredient expenses, lets you determine both popularity and profitability percentages.
Yeah, tracking that data regularly, weekly, monthly, or quarterly, seems essential.
Exactly. Without that continuous data stream, it would be like driving without a roadmap. And once you have the data, plotting it on the menu engineering matrix reveals whether a dish is a star, plow horse, puzzle, or dog. This visual aid is invaluable for making strategic decisions.
I'm picturing it clearly now. Do you have an example to illustrate this concept further?
Sure do. Picture a cafe with four items: a cheeseburger, veggie wrap, truffle pasta, and garlic bread. The cheeseburger is ordered frequently and brings high profit, definitely a star. The veggie wrap is also popular, but with a low profit margin, making it a plow horse. Truffle pasta, though profitable, is rarely ordered, placing it in the puzzle category. And garlic bread, with low numbers on both fronts, is a dog. That categorization really pinpoints where
Right.
adjustments are needed.
That example makes it crystal clear. It seems like a very methodical way to analyze and improve a menu.
Yeah, exactly. And beyond just categorizing dishes, the process includes practical exercises for students, collecting data for several menu items, calculating profits, and then determining their placement on the matrix. EHOS encourages students to not only understand the theory, but also apply it directly in real world scenarios.
Excellent. So, what kind of strategies would a restaurant implement based on these categories?
Well, for stars, the approach is straightforward. They just need to be showcased prominently. For plow horses, think of it as a slight strategic tweak, maybe a price increase or adjusting portions. For puzzles, repositioning is key with creative descriptions and strategic placement. And for dogs, it might be time to remove or rethink the dish
Yeah,
entirely. Each strategy is customized to maximize profitability and customer satisfaction.
I appreciate that clear breakdown. However, I do wonder sometimes creative culinary innovation might demand keeping a puzzling or even a dog dish on the menu just to maintain a certain brand identity. What do you think?
That's a valid perspective. While the analytical approach gives a strong foundation, there's room for creativity. Still, these decisions should lean on the data. At EHOS, we learn that strategy and creativity go hand in hand, where data guides innovation without stifling it.
Absolutely. Fresh ideas are essential in the culinary world, and EHOS firmly stands by that. It's all about balance.
Exactly. Now, moving forward, students can also take up practical exercises like plotting menu items on a popularity versus profitability chart and developing targeted strategies for each category. This exercise truly helps in cementing the theoretical understanding with hands on experience.
That sounds like a really engaging exercise. So, the takeaway here is that effective menu engineering requires a blend of diligent data tracking and smart strategic adjustments.
Yes, and when you implement these insights,
Yeah.
you transform how a restaurant operates. It's about maximizing profits while still keeping your customers happy.
And it's fascinating how a simple matrix can provide such complex insights. EHOS really empowers students to think analytically about everyday business decisions.
Definitely. Here at EHOS, our focus is on practical, applicable knowledge. Before we wrap up, I want to highlight that visual tools like graphs and charts make it easier to grasp these concepts. They provide a clear snapshot of where each dish stands relative to its popularity and profitability.
Mm-hmm. And with that clear snapshot, it's easier to make decisions that improve both guest satisfaction and financial performance.
Right on. And as we keep emphasizing throughout our sessions at EHOS, understanding these metrics is not just academic, it directly translates into smarter business operations and ultimately a better dining experience.
Well said. Thanks for joining this insightful discussion. We at EHOS appreciate your engagement and look forward to seeing these strategies put into action. Stay curious and keep innovating.
Why is it important to analyze menu item performance? Which category in the menu engineering matrix represents items with high popularity and low profitability? What should a restaurant typically do with dogs? Items that have low popularity and low profitability.